If you're in the know, then you know that Warhammer bases are hot garbage. If you're not in the know, then in this video, I'm going to show you guys why they are so terrible and how to fix them. I'm Dave, let's get cracking. So why are Warhammer bases like preheated garbage? Well, the first reason is the chamfered edge. So this edge makes it difficult to pick up the mini by the base, which is what I prefer to do so that I don't have to pick up the mini by the actual mini itself. So because it has that slope, your fingers just slide off it. This is made much worse when, like me, you magnetize the bases. So even with varnishing and all that, I'm still worried about rubbing paint off because I can't pick up the mini by the base. The other problem with the bases is the chamfered edge again, but this time when you paint it. So, typically you paint it black or brown or green. And what that ends up happening is when you're, sitting at your desk and you've got your mini on the desk and you're sort of above it and behind it a bit, all you can see is this dirty big black stripe there on the chamfered edge of the rim. So how do we fix these Warhammer bases? Well, what we're going to do is turn that frown upside down. By that, I mean we're going to take the base and flip it over and make a whole new base. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to flip my base over and I'm going to take some plastic card and cut it up and glue it into the base to fill it in. Once I've done everything I can with the plastic card, I'm then going to take some 2-part epoxy that I mix up and fill in all the little gaps with the 2-part epoxy. I'm just going to do that a couple of times until it's completely leveled. So at this point, we basically have a base that's been flipped over and filled in. Then I'm going to prime everything black. Now I'm going to prepare it exactly the same as my original base. So that involves spreading on Sterling Mud texture paint from Citadel. Then I dry brushed it with some leather brown from Army Painter. I went over the rim again with some black to make sure that it's all nice and clean. Now I applied some flower tufts from Army Painter onto the base. And then I glued on some static grass, which I know is not the way to do it, but I don't have a static grass applicator. So here we have the bases side by side, and both of the problems with standard Warhammer bases are now fixed. Because it's flipped over, you've got a nice edge to pick up the base of the mini from. You don't have to grab the mini itself. So that's super useful because I'm no longer worried about damaging the paint job of the mini or of damaging the actual mini itself. And now when we look down at the mini from a couple of feet away and above it, the prominence of the black stripe around the edge is reduced. So there's not so much of a separation between the mini and the playing surface, which I really like. So here we're taking the bases that were hard to grip and had a dirty big black stripe on them and turned them into bases that are easy to grip and have a much smaller black stripe on them, even though the size of it is exactly the same. I hope you're finding this video super great. If you are, please like it and subscribe to the channel for more videos just like this. Cheers, thanks for watching.